I see the price tag. Is this wool? Is this wool? Look at you. You're full in. Now, are you of Irish heritage? No. I didn't know where your last name was from. Where's your last name from? Hungary. Okay.
Yeah.
I like you going and keep this Irish thing along. Oh, even better.
Really is the only suit that I wear.
Yeah, we got to find more opportunities for you to wear that suit.
Enjoy it. You got about a week left.
Yeah, don't show that in August, man. You'll regret it. I remember.
You've got any tweets.
Tailored again.
Freshly good.
Yeah, the Taoiseach will come back next week.
Yeah.
Or Scotland.
Yeah.
Highlands. Windsor. Ontario. Yeah. Windsor. Oh, Windsor Castle.
Yeah, Windsor Castle. Is it Windsor or is it
Windsor and Buckingham. So the house is Windsor. Windsor Palace. And that's the family. Buckingham Palace where the Queen lives. Kingdom. But he owns it. And a whole bunch of I mean, we got lots of beheadings.
That's about the same time
All right.
Bye, buddy.
Your way over there.
It's the other person.
Yeah, it's the flags.
Yeah, you guys
Always goes like just like this.
Yeah, it's Taoiseach. He knows what he's doing.
As long as you guys are behind the play, it's fine. But just the last second is always worth leaving. Or at least the last one.
Well, I think that's because the car leaves and then people are like, oh, look at this awesome shot. As you guys are all getting the awesome shot.
Louis the 16th and Marie Antoinette. That was the last person to be executed by guillotine in France was Hamida Janoubian in 1977.
Damn. What did she do for
He was
guys?
publicly executed in 1790. 1790.
That was just
behind the scenes.
He had a remote in the basket.
Yeah, a POV shot.
Yes. Sometimes you got to full team operating.
And the category is?
There's a lot of savage.
Doesn't matter what I'm doing. Yeah, I guess it just depends.
Ben, you said tests? A test? Sorry? Have you transmitted a test? Okay, right.
Oh, we're about, yeah. It's not.
That's
Yes, and I'm like, yeah, I had a picture taken with him just like the night before. That sweater.
I'll go with that.
Oh my God, it was
I don't know what to
awesome.
say.
It was great.
Oh, so what you doing now? Your food pack now. Shamrock. Right.
I like self-family. Yes. Now I did 2 days to celebrate today, and then on Monday, right? Yeah. Wherever you are.
Get by the water.
Yes, exactly.
Got a great picture.
Really?
Yeah. In front of us. I had all that green.
Oh my God, Caroline.
Oh, boy. All right, let's do this.
Oh, no, this was, I was showing her we misspelled someone's name on our Instagram feed. Tori had it misspelled originally, and we just carried it through.
Holding my little And she named it. Oh, okay, yeah.
Character name was George Costanza. She named it George Costanza. Yes. Georgie. Rethink where you put loose items.
They know we stand here for about 10, 15 minutes before it arrives. Hey, you don't have a Y on you by chance, do you? Y. I'll give you a splitter, yeah, I'll give you a feed. Audio feed.
Thank you.
Either move our shit.
But thank you. Very gracious.
You sure you want to try to get it? You got time. How you doing? Hey. You, FYI, we took the microphone, yeah. We took the microphones over towards the door. So you may want to call transmission and tell them they can crank it up a little bit. You might be able to hear. Yeah.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, man.
Microphones on it.
Daughter started. Yeah, they have the same. And now, anytime any of us is in the bathroom, they jump on. Like, do I have your attention? What am I saying? What are you doing? Yeah, right. It's something that's getting out of the brush.
Right, exactly. My water in. My kid is so tricky out there.
That's why they jump up. My daughter, her faucet.
Yeah. I go back out.
Oh, yeah.
I love that snaggle too.
I think this might be a little too much.
Oh no, that's awesome.
That's in Hawaii. That's gotta be St. Patrick's Day in Hawaii. It's one of the many costumes. Wherever I go. Depending on where we go. Only for the Lucky Charms. Hey, Danny.
Is that you?
Yeah. Hawaii, when we went with Obama. It's one of our. I travel with costumes based on where I go and what time of the year.
Some people.
Was this
It was a party.
St. Patrick's Day?
Yes.
I remember we were somewhere at somebody's house near Wallaby.
I do. I still have them.
Oh, we were on a shoot for Anthony.
Yes. Oh, that was his movie. And that was, oh yeah, but I was a makeup guy. Yeah. Yeah.
Still have all that stuff?
Still have it. Yep. Huh?
Like people for
Well, that was, you know, I had to do, I was doing makeup for that movie he did.
right.
And it was, who was in it? That was Bill Gorman.
Yeah, everybody's sitting around the table. Getting
Right.
their throats slit.
And I had to, so I had a pump.
Yeah.
When somebody got their throat cut,
Yeah.
we had a pump going up. When she got a throat cut, it spurted,
How did you get into that? Just picked it up.
picked it up.
I love that.
Blood squids. I have some. I can't do too much of that because the ones that explode, that's really supposed to be licensed.
Oh, really?
I'm not licensed to do explosives like that.
I think I said Halloween at your house.
Yeah,
It is.
I like scaring the kids, not the young kids.
Well, everybody, all the kids in the neighborhood are young. They're kids, so I can't scare them like some of the stuff I can't even put out. Like I got this dog. This is my favorite. It's a dead dog. And it just lays there. I don't put it out because some parents come up and they say, "Oh, what is that?" I said, "It's a dead dog." So, but there used to be these shops around here. They were great shops. Both of them have gone out of business. But
Magic shop.
up in
Makeup.
Kinetic Artistry, up in Tacoma Park. They're gone. And there was a magic shop up in the one you were talking about. I think.
Was on Connecticut. I used to go.
No, then this is the place that was up in. Oh shit! Where is it? No, darn one. I can't remember. But yeah, the places like that. You know, they really got into.
We're gonna like.
All right, I'm going to sit back down.
They upgraded during 46, and then they got they started out with some research to so they have a lot of and me too. And it's the best. That's something so the 8512, now we have the 9512. Last number of years, excellent ones that they love. Husband. Yeah. It's great when I come.
Just a bit. I got people in your pictures.
This time.
All right.
Where am I?
Here we go. Everybody, hey.
An event is hosted by the Speaker of the House today, Johnson.
Huh? Right here? I try to take pictures of that. I can't do it. You're infamous. That's it. No more.
Still a little pregnant.
Yeah, Texas is working for the delegation. Did you know? It's a token Irishman. He works for the Greek Irish. Yeah. He's working for the delegation.
Yeah.
Yes, he does. So, yeah. I kind of and still, you know, I mean, I thought first I went, I worked as a criminal justice, and then I went and I kind of so I think I sort of got back to school. It's terrible. So, and I put myself on represent the White House. I want to go to the White House. Yes. Since I'm here now. No, I said
After my wife had our first Ready? No, I'll keep it.
Oh, Lord. Molly, you're on her tape.
Wait, this is
That's good. Thank you. Thank you. You all right, man?
100% worth the, yes. Second. Yeah, all meetings. Yeah.
It's just when the car passes.
I was thinking about that, so I was like, maybe I felt
This just takes maybe someone back.
Hey, Doug, gates open. Gates open.
Yeah, of course they do.
I'm good. No, I'm fine.
here.
President Trump, your reaction, sir, to the latest inflation numbers in the U.S.
Very good news.
And
What's your message to Americans who are watching their retirement accounts plunge?
I thought so too. I think the shotgun's gonna be even better.
Cementing the Irish-American relationship, and that's the only reason I'm wearing these socks. But we're thrilled to have you. Thank you, and God bless you.
And Vice President Vance has clearly a great sock game, as I myself have more themed socks than I do actually black socks. So always fun to talk about sock diplomacy and how important that is. In fact, my brother and I, that's usually our first Christmas gift to one another each and every year. It's exchanging of fun socks. So it's always good to have that theme, as Vice President Vance wearing the shamrocks today, wearing his green tie as well. And this is the annual celebration of the Taoiseach of Ireland and these delegations, these leaders from Ireland coming to the United States to really reinforce the importance of our relationship, our friendship and alliance that has lasted years and years, and because things are changing with global trade. President Trump is back on the scene, using tariffs to get the job done for global safety, but also to bring back wealth to both of our nations. And let's be honest, the European Union has been very unfair to the Republic of Ireland and also to our great republic, the United States. Our constitutional republics stand firm together, sharing so many values of God, family, patriotism, those time-tested, enduring values that have made a difference time and again. So President Trump and Vice President J.D. Vance celebrating Irish Americans boldly with the proclamation of this month of March, Irish American Heritage Month, and President Trump now meeting with the Taoiseach of Ireland, Micheál Martin, and we'll bring you to the Oval Office when we get playback of that meeting. Then they will be going over to Capitol Hill, enjoying a congressional lunch-in as well. And this is now the 10th leader to have visited President Trump in the Oval Office, and I love his diplomatic strategy of bringing these leaders to the largest home court advantage in geopolitical politics, and it is 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, the White House, the West Wing, with the Marines standing guard at the entrance of that beautiful office. And President Trump showcasing everything that is dearly held and celebrated during this month of March. I'll read again the proclamation he signed on March 6, and it states, Irish Americans have played a crucial role in our great American story, courageously overcoming adversity and hardship to embolden our culture, enliven our spirit, and fortify our way of life. This Irish American Heritage Month, we commemorate the special bond of friendship between the United States and Ireland, and we honor the extraordinary contribution of Irish American citizens past and present. During the 19th and 20th centuries, millions of Irish immigrants departed the rolling countryside of the Emerald Isle for the bustling cities of Boston, Chicago, and New York, leaving behind their homeland and embarking on a daring journey across the Atlantic in hopes of a new frontier of opportunity and better the future for their families. Since then, Irish Americans have fought for our freedom on the battlefield, served in the halls of government, and pioneered legendary businesses, leaving a lasting mark on their communities and our national identity. The United States and Ireland also enjoy a long friendship, strengthened by economic ties, a shared commitment to democracy, and the timeless values of faith, family, and freedom. And as my administration continues to work to correct the trade imbalances brought on by the European Union, our historic relationship with Ireland presents an opportunity to advance fairer trade policies and stronger investment opportunities that benefit both nations. To this day, Irish Americans are known as some of the toughest, most driven, and most devoted people on the face of the earth. Their faith in God, love of family, and indelible commitment to our national promise continue to inspire citizens all across our country. This Irish American Heritage Month, we salute the undying resilience and resolve of the Irish American community, pay tribute to their tremendous achievements, and pledge to forge a future that strengthens our shared values, deepens our traditions, and restores America as one glorious nation under God. Now, therefore, I, Donald J. Trump, President of the United States of America, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Constitution and the laws of the United States, do hereby proclaim March 2025 as Irish American Heritage Month. And I call upon Americans to celebrate the achievements of Irish Americans and their contributions to our nation with appropriate ceremonies, activities, and programs. And that was signed by President Trump on March 6, 2025. And if I had a pint of Guinness next to me, I would raise that up to you, the American people, and say Sláinte, and cheers to your health and happiness and prosperity, as us Irish Americans like to get together on a regular basis in our favorite pints and favorite pubs across this great nation to celebrate these time-tested values that President Trump spoke of. So this is just something that is very special to me as an Irish American, and my heritage, my ancestry as my great-grandfather came over here with his parents, my great-great-grandparents, when he was just 6 years old, and shared in these values and went back to the old country in order to defend America and in turn the world in the Great War, in World War I. Just as a 17-year-old, he would end up a mayor of a western suburb of Chicago. His son, my grandfather, would also end up following in his footsteps and becoming mayor of that same western suburb. So it is a time and true proclamation of President Trump. Everything he said in there is 100% accurate about Irish Americans, some of the finest that we have here in the United States. Thank you to our sponsors here at Right Side Broadcasting Network Live, American Financing. You want to go to americanfinancing.net/RSBN to learn all about what you can do for your financial future, but especially if you own a townhome or a house of your own. Make sure that these home loans don't bury you in that process and that you could streamline your mortgage. The best way to do that is through American Financing. You could save an average of $800 per month, and if you get involved with this extraordinary company today, you can save 2 free months, 2 complimentary, so that's up to $1,600 in savings. I mean, that would make so much sense right now with all of the inflation, with all of the difficulties of the American economy on the heels of 4 terrible years from a Biden administration that sought to destroy American ethos and this beautiful economy of ours. President Trump working hard, especially with enacting tariffs, to bring that wealth back to America, and in due time that will happen. So go to americanfinancing.net/RSBN for all of your homeowner needs. And President Trump currently holding a meeting with the Taoiseach of Ireland. That is Micheál Martin, who came into office 3 days after President Trump. And I'm sure they'll have a lot to discuss, whether it be the Russia-Ukraine conflict, and thank God that a ceasefire has been agreed to in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and it was led by Secretary of State Marco Rubio, posting yesterday on X that we are very happy with this deal. Thank you to the graciousness of the kingdom for hosting the American, Russian, and Ukrainian governments. But now that the ball is in the Russian hands right now, the Ukrainian government agreeing to the 30-day ceasefire, and we'll see that forthcoming, perhaps from Russian agreement with that. But it looks like peace is in the front mirror now. So we are looking at that closely here at Right Side Broadcasting Network. We'll bring you every updates regarding that major geopolitical and foreign policy issue, but also President Trump and leader Martin very focused on the imbalances of the European trade, the European Union, and what they do to take advantage of the United States and the Republic of Ireland. So that will be a hot topic on the dais today. After that meeting, we will bring you that coverage as well when that is complete. The president and the Taoiseach will head over to Congress to have a lovely congressional luncheon. And we saw the comments by Vice President Vance this morning at that Irish breakfast. And really this annual event is to remind people of the friendship, of the alliance between our 2 great republics, and how we have stood the test of time. Regardless of any threat, of any adverse situation, we have come together to forge the way for our 2 great peoples. And let me tell you, from personal experience, there is no better isle than to visit that true Emerald Isle of Ireland and the Shamrock Nation. It's a great group of people and so much history that has really shaped the Western world. And this is why I get somewhat irate when I hear the far left saying that President Trump hates immigrants and is against immigration. Nothing could be further from the truth, because per that proclamation, he talked about the 19th and 20th century Irish immigrants, including my family, who came over in 1906 through Ellis Island, who have made such a difference for this great nation. And we have cinematic masterpieces like Gone with the Wind, or even the Gangs of New York, and Far and Away. I think of even Saving Private Ryan, all highlighting different Irish contributions to this great nation and to Western civilization, who were so brave, who stood in the breach, who did not back down, in many cases who were treated poorly, but in big cities like Boston, Chicago, and New York, they fought back peacefully and patriotically, becoming part of law enforcement, becoming members of the military, becoming politicians in their own right in both parties, and really making a difference for their family and friends as they sought to live the American dream. And I am someone who has been blessed with so many opportunities being an Irish American, and I love to celebrate this month. In fact, I think it is my favorite month, this month of March, Irish American Heritage Month, thanks to President Donald Trump. We're going to throw to a quick commercial break. We'll be right back with you. Stay with us live here at Right Side Broadcasting Network as we celebrate everything America first. We'll be with you on the other end. Stay tuned.
Hey y'all, it's Silk from the Diamond and Silk Chit Chat Live Show. Look, don't forget to check me out right here on RSBN Network. Be sure to watch the show on Right Side Broadcasting Network, and I want you to support Right Side Broadcasting Network. Yes, it's imperative that you do so, okay? I look to see y'all soon. Bye-bye.
I hear every day about the products you all wish MyPillow carried. Well, guess what? We probably do. Slippers, bathrobes, pet beds, blankets, mattresses, sleepwear, loungewear, duvets, comforters, pot holders, aprons, oven mitts, and so much more. And they're all on sale. For example, get our best-selling standard MyPillows for only $14.98. Body pillows, $29.98. 6-piece bath towels or kitchen towel sets, just $29.98. Multi-use MyPillow 2.0s with pillowcase, $9.98. Save $40 on our Spring Percale and Giza Dream bed sheet sets. Any size, any color, and so much more. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to save up to 80% on all MyPillow products. And I've never done this before. When you spend $100 or more, you're going to get 2 standard MyPillows absolutely free. I hear every day about the products you all wish MyPillow carried. Well, guess what? We probably do. Slippers, bathrobes, pet beds, blankets, mattresses, sleepwear, loungewear, duvets, comforters, pot holders, aprons, oven mitts, and so much more. And they're all on sale. For example, get our best-selling standard MyPillows for only $14.98. Body pillows, $29.98. 6-piece bath towels or kitchen towel sets, just $29.98. Multi-use MyPillow 2.0s with pillowcase, $9.98. Save $40 on our Spring Percale and Giza Dream bed sheet sets. Any size, any color, and so much more. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to save up to 80% on all MyPillow products. And I've never done this before. When you spend $100 or more, you're going to get 2 standard MyPillows absolutely free.
Welcome back to Right Side Broadcasting Network Live. I'm Robert McNeely. As we are awaiting the view of the bilateral meeting between President Trump and the Irish leader, the Taoiseach of Ireland, and that's Micheál Martin. I was reading during the commercial break about Fianna Fáil, and that is the Republican Party of Ireland. So this was founded in May 16th of 1926, 98 years ago, and Mr. Martin is the leader of this Republican movement. It is center-right, a political party in Ireland, and one that was very much opposed to British rule back in the heyday of its birth. And they actually have a youth wing to it as well. And there actually is, interesting enough, a LGBT wing to it. So I'm just reading about that via Wikipedia. But this is a center-right party which in recent elections has not done or fared as well ever since the post-2008 Irish economic downturn. So I'm sure that there will be many items that the president and the Taoiseach will have many things to agree upon and to speak about, especially in regards to European trade and the influence of the European Union, which President Trump has said has been extremely unfair to American trade. And that's very, very true. Something that President Trump is focused on changing as this is an annual tradition for Irish leaders and American leaders to get together at the White House, followed up by congressional lunch-ins as well. But I'm sure some hardcore policy items to address because Mr. Martin coming into office just 3 days after President Trump took the oath of office to become the 47th president of the United States. So some friendly fanfare, but also some very important issues to get to the bottom of as we look now just before the noon o'clock hour. And I really always enjoy that moment, the changing of the guard outside of the West Wing door, the pomp and circumstance and precision of our Marines. Always an honor to watch them do what they do in defense of this great nation and to serve the Commander-in-Chief, President Donald John Trump, and someone I think who really loves that title and that role. And as we've seen, remember that time during his first term, it was so windy outside of Marine One and the Marine's hat went flying off his head. President Trump went to recover it and attempt to put it back up. Full to be with you on this Wednesday, Hump Day in America, March 12th, 2025. With the lead up to St. Patrick's Day on Monday, and share with us how you're going to be celebrating over the course of the weekend, or even today, or even leading up to Monday. Perhaps you'll have a pint of Guinness, maybe some corned beef and cabbage, traditional Irish decor and food as we get ready to celebrate not only the many blessings in our great nation, but our heritage, many of us coming from this island republic of 30 counties, 5 million people who have helped shape the entire world. It's so true. So many Irish immigrants who have left their homeland, especially in the 19th and 20th centuries. We saw that here in the United States to forge a better path. And President Trump, having just declared that proclamation and signing that on March 6th, just last week. I'll read that again for those of you who might just be tuning in to Right Side Broadcasting Network Live. President Trump said, Irish Americans have played a crucial role in our great American story, courageously overcoming adversity and hardship to embolden our culture, enliven our spirit, and fortify our way of life. This Irish American Heritage Month, we commemorate the special bond of friendship between the United States and Ireland, and we honor the extraordinary contributions of Irish American citizens past and present. During the 19th and 20th centuries, millions of Irish immigrants departed the rolling countryside of the Emerald Isle for the bustling cities of Boston, Chicago, and New York, leaving behind their homeland and embarking on a daring journey across the Atlantic in hopes of a new frontier of opportunity and a better future for their families, and for the opportunity for countless things to explore and to do better for their families. That is so, so true. Since then, Irish Americans have fought for our freedom on the battlefield, served in the halls of government, and pioneered legendary businesses, leaving a lasting mark on their communities and on our national identity. The United States and Ireland also enjoy a long friendship strengthened by the economic ties shared, commitments to democracy, and the timeless values of faith, family, and freedom. As my administration works to continue and correct the trade imbalances with the European Union, our historic relationship with Ireland presents an opportunity to advance fairer trade policies and stronger investment opportunities that benefit both nations. To this day, Irish Americans are known as some of the toughest, most driven, and most devoted people on the face of the earth. Their faith in God, love of family, and indelible commitment to our national promise continue to inspire citizens all across this great country. This Irish American Heritage Month, we salute the undying alliance and resilience and resolve with the Irish people and the Irish American community, pay tribute to their tremendous achievements, and pledge to forge a future that strengthens our shared values, deepens our traditions, and restores America as one glorious nation under God. Now, therefore, I, Donald John Trump, President of the United States of America, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Constitution and the laws of the United States, do hereby proclaim March 2025 as Irish American Heritage Month, and I call upon all Americans to celebrate the achievements of Irish Americans and their contributions to our nation with appropriate ceremonies, activities, and programs. So if I had a beautiful pint of Guinness next to me, I would raise that to you, the American people and the viewers of Right Side Broadcasting Network Live, with an Irish toast, Sláinte, meaning good health to you and to yours. God bless you and your families, as this is that time of renewal. We are days away officially from spring, but you might be experiencing some of that beautiful weather throughout our country. I know we are here in the friendliest village in America, that is Auburn, Alabama, with sunny and 70 degrees today. So I'm sorry if that's not the case in your neck of the woods, but we definitely are enjoying that weather down south as we enjoy our sponsors here at Right Side Broadcasting Network Live, bringing you unbridled access to President Trump, Vice President Vance, and the 119th Congress. MyPillow.com/RSBN. Mike Lindell, a great man, a great patriot, someone who stands up for freedom of speech, for the First Amendment, also election integrity, and our Bill of Rights. Check out their mega sale right now. His My Cross, a replica, for 30% off. Those 6-pack My Towels going for only $29.98. And let me tell you, those are some of the best towels on the market, made right here in the USA. How about those flannel sheets? $44.98. Give them a call today, 800-836-7566. Support Mr. Mike Lindell and his efforts to make America great again and to give you the best night's rest, to have a productive and big day, and especially a great morning. All starts with the sleep the night before, and he has so many good products that can help get you there, especially the My Coffee. We love the light roast here. And let me tell you, you might have caught Mr. Matthew Alvarez and I actually battled via rock, paper, scissors just the other day on the show in order for that last cup and a half of beautiful My Coffee. So over 2,000 different items for up to 80% off. Visit mypillow.com/RSBN today. Thank you to Mike Lindell for sponsoring us here at Right Side Broadcasting Network Live. We are just past the noon o'clock hour on the East Coast. It is still morning on the Golden Coast of California around 9 o'clock. Welcome and good morning if you're just joining us now. I'm Robert McNeely. There's a live shot of the West Wing entrance with the Marine at guard. We are awaiting President Trump as he holds the bilateral meeting with the Taoiseach of Ireland, Mr. Micheál Martin of the Fianna Fáil party, that is the Republican Party of the Great Republic of Ireland, and that is a center-right movement that has not seen a lot of success really in the last few years until now. He is just taking office roughly after 3 days after President Trump took his oath of office. So two leaders, I'm sure, having much to discuss regarding our two great constitutional republics and how to deal with trade moving forward, especially with the European Union that has really, quite frankly, been unfair to the Irish Republic and also to the United States of America. So looking forward to that playback as they're meeting in the Oval Office. They will then go to Capitol Hill for a congressional meeting with many leaders and especially those of Irish heritage to enjoy some lunch. And I'm trying to find what is on the menu because Irish food is some of my favorite, and sometimes we get a bad rap on it's not as exquisite as some others. But let me tell you, that stew and corned beef and cabbage, how about those fish and chips? I hope you're celebrating with those you love over the course of the next few days with Irish fare as we lead up to St. Patrick's Day. And Mr. Director, do we have that video available of the Vice President early this morning at the Irish breakfast? And as we wait on that, that was a fun little thing that Vice President Vance had this morning. If you did not catch in the prior hour, he was addressing the Irish delegation and leaders in our countries, both great constitutional republics, and he's actually wearing some shamrock socks as well, talking about sock diplomacy. We'll toss that now to the Vice President earlier this morning.
Let me just say before I introduce the Taoiseach that One of the things that we try to do with this breakfast is just remind people of the important bonds of friendship between the United States and Ireland. And I think it's a great opportunity to do that. It's also a really great opportunity for Usha to wear her pair of green pants. She's had these in the closet for years and finally gets to break them out. Perhaps the most honored guest, of course, except for the Taoiseach and his wife, is my dear friend from the United States Marine Corps, Colin Tiernan, who brought his brother, Joe. Good to see you, man. And here's the thing that Colin taught me when I was in the United States Senate. He taught me about sock diplomacy, about the importance of gifting socks to my fellow senators. Something that had, I give Massachusetts socks to our friends from Massachusetts and Utah socks to our friend from Utah. So Colin, in your honor, I've worn these shamrocks, and I will say when we meet later in the Oval Office to the Taoiseach, the president is a very big fan of conservative dress, and so if he notices these socks, you have to defend me in the Oval Office and say this is an important part of cementing the Irish-American relationship, and that's the only reason I'm wearing these socks. But we're thrilled to have you. Thank you, and God bless you.
And thank you to Rapid Response 47 for that wonderful film. Of course, those shamrocks on Vice President Vance's feet. But let me tell you, this administration does not necessarily need Irish luck, as they have hit the pavement working hard to make America great again, not only for Irish Americans, but for all Americans, regardless of ideology, religious preference, sexual preference, color of your skin. It's about content of character. It's about meritocracy. And we see a cabinet that's united in making this country safe, strong, healthy, wealthy, and ultimately great again. And we like to thank our sponsors here at Right Side Broadcasting Network Live. HomeTitleLock.com/RSBN is your go-to to protect your home. Did you know that scammers have a new way of literally stealing your home? I know it sounds crazy, right? But the FBI calls it house stealing, and it's a growing real estate scam targeting American homeowners. So here's how it works. Criminals forge your signature on one document, use a fake notary stamp, pay a small fee, and file it with your local recorder's office. And just like that, your home has been transferred out of your name. Then they take out the loans and use your equity as collateral, or even sell the property behind your back. This is happening all throughout the country, and we're here to help you stop that with HomeTitleLock.com/RSBN. So let me ask you, when's the last chance you looked at your home title? And if you're like me, I hate to admit it, but I can postpone things. I'm somewhat of a mentality of, why do it now when you could do it later? It's the same old, oh, there's so many things on my plate. I'll get to that. There's no way that anyone could do this. But let me tell you, HomeTitleLock.com/RSBN exists to protect you, and their $1 million triple lock protection can help keep your home and equity safe. So here's what you get: an immediate 24/7 monitoring of your property, urgent alerts if there are any changes, and if fraud should happen in the United States for whatever reason, their restoration team will spend up to $1 million to help fix your direct problem. I mean, that's an incredible trust there by HomeTitleLock.com/RSBN to get the job done for you. But here's the best part. We here at Right Side Broadcasting Network Live have teamed up with HomeTitleLock.com/RSBN to give you a free title history report, so you can know exactly what's happened here and to get ahead of these bad guys before they go to the recorder's office with a fake notary stamp and then everything is gone. I mean, that's just heartache and a headache, and something you don't need, especially when you have to focus on building your financial empire. So go to HomeTitleLock.com/RSBN today. Use that code RSBN, a great promo code, easy to remember. Scan that QR code now. Again, HomeTitleLock.com/RSBN. Thank you for sponsoring us here at Right Side Broadcasting Network. As me Irish eyes are smiling on this beautiful day, President Trump meeting with the Taoiseach of Ireland, Micheál Martin, who was recently successful in elections, taking his oath of office just 3 days after President Trump. Two great time-tested constitutional republics that have stood in the breach against tyranny, against evil, celebrating our shared values of God, family, great traditions, also religious freedom. Both countries committed to those values and really wanting prosperity for their citizens and sharing in this unique friendship. As Vice President Vance said today, it gave the Second Lady of the United States an opportunity to wear her green pants that have been in the just in her closet for years and years and years. So it's always a great opportunity. This week and this month, Irish American Heritage Month, proclaimed by President Trump on March 6th, just last week, to wear your green as I am today. I'm wearing my shamrock as well with the colors of the Irish flag. I'm a proud Irish American, and I love celebrating whenever I can, really year-round. As my friends and family know, I like to go to some of my favorite Irish pubs throughout the country and host a Guinness to you, the American people, saying Sláinte, which really just means a toast to your health, happiness, and wellness. And we will share more of those celebrations with you, not only this month, but throughout the year. If you're new to Right Side Broadcasting Network Live, we are your go-to live desk of everything pertaining to your 47th President of the United States, Donald John Trump, your 50th Vice President of the United States, J.D. Vance, and the 119th Congress, a Congress that yesterday passed a CR, H.R. 1968, to keep the government open. The Democrat Party hoping to shut that down on Capitol Hill. It's not going to happen as long as the United States Senate can come to an agreement. And of course, that signature awaiting for President Trump, as he is committed to keeping that government open, our federal government, to get many different goals done, especially the expelling of illegal criminal aliens in this country. And Mr. Director, do we have that video from yesterday of that CR vote that we aired on yesterday's show? Excellent. And we will bring that to you relatively momentarily, because that's a nice little moment just showcasing that vote. One Democrat did cross the aisle to support Republicans. Thomas Massey, Republican from Kentucky, did not cross the aisle. He went with Democrats, as he has clearly been showboating on a regular basis with many votes. And although he agrees with President Trump on a number of issues, President Trump taking to Truth Social to say, you know, this guy needs to be primaried, because he does just that, showboating on a regular basis, standing in the way of making America great again. But we have some interesting politicians from Kentucky lately, and even Senator Rand Paul speaking against the tariffs, which are clearly the best route to take. President Trump's mission makes a lot of sense, because he's basing this off of what great presidents like William McKinley did in the late 19th century, bringing in tons and tons of wealth for the United States, using tariffs, bringing countries to the table to negotiate. That's why 10 leaders, including now the Taoiseach of Ireland, have come to meet President Trump in the West Wing to talk about geopolitical threats, to talk about trade, to talk about free and fair trade. And we know that President Trump did this in his first term. He got rid of that nasty NAFTA that exported American manufacturing, that harmed our steel industry, that benefited other countries like Mexico and Canada, while harming the United States. And it's not going to end up like this anymore. That's why the USMCA was put into place. That's why unions have come to the table along with business owners, because they trust President Trump. That's why he went to a business roundtable yesterday to talk about his plans to make America great again. And although it could temporarily be somewhat painful in certain regards, we know that these tariffs will make the largest difference in the long run, because you have entities like the Chinese Communist Party who are playing that long game. They're much more willing to run the football for that first down rather than our economy that tends to throw those Hail Marys or those artificial reports that take place. And we look at every quarter, and that's good that we do. I mean, it shows the strength of our economy, but at the same time, any minor downturn at the stock market, you can hear people saying, oh, no, no, no. I'm sure you've talked to friends that might lose temporarily, but then the gains in the long run will be really big for this country, not only with our safety, but for your own pocketbook. We saw this during the Reagan administration when, coming off of 4 years of a failed Carter presidency, it seemed a little bit unstable for a few months, but then President Reagan said, stick to these pro-growth policies and watch what will happen. Well, we know what happened. It unleashed the American economy and this engine known as the American capitalist consumer model. And it was unbridled success and incredible times in the 80s for our American nation. I predict the same will happen here in the 2020s with President Trump leading that way. And we remember 100 years ago, the roaring 20s. That's what President Trump is seeking to reestablish here in the United States. And that's why he is meeting today with the Taoiseach of Ireland, Micheál Martin, who has seen recent success for his party, a Fianna Fáil, in Ireland. That's the Republican Party of Ireland. So a center-right coalition seeking to work for religious freedom and independence, and someone that party for 98 years was on the front lines, especially against British rule historically against the Republic of Ireland. So a really heroic leadership there, and I'm sure they're having a great bilateral meeting. We'll bring you that video when it becomes available. After their meeting in the Oval Office, they'll be going over to Congress on Capitol Hill to meet with a bipartisan group to enjoy some lunch and share in those time-tested values of freedom, liberty, and patriotism, something that binds our two great constitutional republics just over the pond, of course, of the Atlantic Ocean, as they say. And I implore you, if there's two family vacations you can enjoy today or this summer, go to Ireland, go to Washington, D.C., both great places to enjoy with you and your family. It looks like we'll toss that over now as both leaders are preparing to leave for Capitol Hill. So we'll go to a live shot just outside of the West Wing. And that's a live shot outside of the West Wing, a suburban looking like it's awaiting President Trump and the Taoiseach Micheál Martin of Ireland. So we'll stay on that for you. In the meantime, because of this ongoing CR debate, we'll toss this from yesterday. H.R. 1968 has passed the House by a vote of 217 to 213, so razor thin, with one Democrat joining Republicans, one Republican, Thomas Massie of Kentucky, joining the Democrats in a no vote in order to try to shut down the government. They have failed. In the House version of this, we'll toss this to a quick press conference from Speaker Mike Johnson yesterday regarding the ongoing funding of the government.
Well, this was a big vote on the House floor. The Republicans stood together, and we had one Democrat vote with us to do the right thing, and that is to fund the government. This was a clean CR. It freezes funding. It's a responsible thing to do, and we're ensuring that troops continue to get their paychecks and TSA agents continue to do their work and be paid, and essential workers on the border and elsewhere are doing their jobs. It's shameful what happened on the Democrat side. They engaged in a misinformation campaign. They put out talking points about the bill on Friday before the bill was even filed, which was Saturday afternoon. They've been lying and misrepresenting the facts about what's in the bill, and the American people can read it for themselves. It's only 99 pages long. We did our job today, and it's shameful that they will stop at nothing. They will suggest that this bill is something that it's not, and they will run out the clock to shut down the government in a desperate attempt to stop the America First agenda. But I will tell you that President Trump and Republicans in Congress will stop at nothing to deliver on that agenda. We are going to continue to work hard. We will continue to stick together and get this job done, and it's an essential one. Now that the government funding bill has been passed out of the House, we send it to the Senate, and it falls on the desk of Chuck Schumer. He is the leader of the Democrats on that side, and he must determine whether he wants to fund the government, do the responsible thing, or whether he wants to shut the government down. And I certainly hope that there are enough Democrats in the Senate who have a conscience, who will do the right thing by the American people and take care of business over there. So, any questions? Anybody?
Are you expecting a shutdown?
I certainly hope not. I believe they'll do it. I believe the Republicans will stick together in the Senate as we have in the House. And I hope there are at least a number of Democrats in the Senate who will do the right thing. If not, this will be on their shoulders, and everybody in America knows that.
Mr. Speaker, on the other legislative undertaking reconciliation, some senators yesterday suggested that they can get the ball rolling by sometime like August, which is far beyond your timeline.
August is far too late. No, we're going to move that ball a lot faster than that, and we'll be talking with our colleagues and friends, Republican leadership in the Senate about this. They will be working the rest of this week, and then I think both chambers are doing district work next week. When we get back, this will begin in earnest, and we'll have leaders and lieutenants, committee chairs of jurisdiction in both chambers working together to begin that process, to finish up the resolution and move forward with budget reconciliation. That's going to be a very important thing for the country.
A rescissions package, a lot of folks have spoken about that in part with this continuing resolution. What's the status of that?
We anticipate that we will get a rescissions package from the White House as soon as all the calculations are made. The reason we took this step now is to allow for that process to continue to play out. And the DOGE efforts and the other things that are happening in the administration are very important for the American people, because ultimately what we're going to be able to do is downsize the size and scope of the federal government, make it work more efficiently and effectively for the people, and identify these extraordinary areas of fraud, waste, and abuse and eliminate that. So a rescission request from the White House would come over appropriately in the right timing when they have the calculations done, and Congress will do its job there. We are going to deliver for the American people. We're not sure yet. They're working on the calculations, which is the reason we could not include it today. But we do anticipate that. We're going to work hand in hand with the White House, and I want to compliment President Trump on his ability to be so involved that he's watching this step by step. He is determined to deliver for the people, and we are as well. So this is a well-coordinated effort between the White House and our Senate Republican colleagues and House Republicans. So we'll continue to work in that partnership to get this agenda done. Thank you.
So Speaker Johnson there highlighting what was taking place yesterday with the CR vote, and very interesting to watch this all go down as it's looking like it's going in the right direction to keep the government open. It's what's appropriate to do. And sadly, you have the other side of the aisle, for the most part, trying to play games with something important as Speaker Johnson wants the clean CR. He's getting that in the House version. We now need to see how that will take place in the Senate and ultimately for the vote of President Trump. He does want to keep that on the table, though. He wants this government to keep functioning so to not slow down the progress over the course of the last 50 plus days, which has been nothing short of extraordinary, with the executive orders, with the executive actions actually totaling over 400 in the course of the last 50 plus days. And we do have the door opening here. We might see who that could possibly be, but it does not look like the president nor the TISA. Enjoying their time, of course, over a meeting in the Oval Office. And we'll have some video of that for you, the American people, to see just that forthcoming. They will be en route to a congressional luncheon as well to continue this great celebration, this great bond of friendship between the Constitutional Republic of Ireland and, of course, our Constitutional Republic, the United States of America. Isn't it so great to once again be living in a constitutional era of governance, not this scary post-constitutional neo-Marxist ideological craziness that took place just over the course of 4 years with Joe Biden and his group of comrades, if you will, at the helm. I mean, it was really a rough time for a lot of us here in the United States, but President Trump working diligently to make American life better, not only for us Irish Americans, but for those across the board. And I think the leading issue has been the detaining and expelling of illegal aliens, especially those criminal aliens who have committed heinous acts such as rape and murder, among other horrible crimes. How about the fentanyl flow and that crisis, killing over 100,000 Americans on average over the course of an annual basis? It's all coming to an end, and our thoughts and prayers are with those who have been so illy affected by what has taken place over the course of that time. You think of Rachel Morin, who lost her life, a beautiful 37-year-old mother of 5 when she was out for a jog. Same fate for Laken Riley, a student at the University of Georgia in Athens. Her family was at the speech just last week, President Trump addressing that joint session of Congress. How about Jocelyn Nongary? Her mom was there. Jocelyn Nongary, just such a sad situation. A 12-year-old girl who lost her life because of criminal illegal aliens. It's got to end, and it's all coming to an end now as President Trump has literally secured that border down south and is continuing to do so on our northern border with the threat of tariffs, nearly on the phone almost every day with outgoing Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, because the foreign terrorist organization known as MS-13, Tren de Aragua, and also these border cartels are actually operating out of Canada. They had free reign to go back and forth during the Biden administration, but one of President Trump's first acts, if you can remember, when coming into office, was signing, of course, the foreign terrorist organization designation for those who are trafficking fentanyl. So that's coming to an end. Tariffs on the Chinese Communist Party as well for any of that poison that comes out of their country and in through Mexico. But in the meantime, we await the meeting between President Trump and the TISA, Micheál Martin of the Republic of Ireland. They're currently meeting in the Oval Office right now. We'll have playback of that for you. We saw the Suburban approach the door with the American flags and the Irish flags adorning that beautiful Suburban to take the leaders over to Capitol Hill to enjoy that luncheon. And we also enjoyed video, if you've been watching this morning, of course, of Vice President Vance enjoying an Irish breakfast with leaders, talking about sock diplomacy, how important that is. And I can relate to that because I have more character and fun socks than I do actually just traditional black tie dark socks. So I enjoy that myself. I might be wearing some Irish socks myself as I'm wearing my Irish green tie, also a Maha tie, and the Shamrock, celebrating my heritage today in this beautiful month of March, Irish American Heritage Month, brought to you by none other than the 47th Commander-in-Chief, Donald Trump. Thank you to our sponsors here at Right Side Broadcasting Network Live. AngelPaste.com. You have to get this miracle cream. I've tried it myself. I get dry hands in the winter, and thankfully the weather's turning for the much better now in Auburn today, just being 70 degrees alone with sunshine. Can't complain. Spring is right around the corner. But throughout the year, but especially during those winter months, sometimes the hands get dry. So Miracle Cream Paste, I implore you to get this wonderful product. Christian-based. Also, they hire veterans out of Spring, Texas, right off the Gulf of America. AngelPaste.com. They are experts in beauty and wonderful fragrances that are all vitamin B, vitamin C led, but also now GMOs, so non-GMO, also chemical free. AngelPaste.com. Go see them now for some wonderful products. They actually have a natural mosquito repellent you can wear as well. All good for your skin. None of the poisons that you can get from those sprays, and it's just not good for you at the end of the day. But AngelPaste.com, very, very healthy and good for you. So visit this Christian-based company that hires veterans, AngelPaste.com. Thank you for sponsoring us here on Right Side Broadcasting Network Live. And it is an all-American day mixed with a wee bit of Irish as we celebrate Irish American Heritage Month here in the United States, as it is 12:30 in our nation's capital. The two leaders will soon be en route to Capitol Hill to celebrate further this beautiful alliance, this beautiful friendship, which has been through so much over the centuries against those who would seek to really put out the light of both of our nations. And many have failed in doing that. And the European Union has been extraordinarily unfair when it comes to trade policies with Ireland and with the United States. And I'm sure that both leaders, President Trump and Taoiseach Martin, will be discussing many of these items as they look to celebrate the great shared traditions of God, faith, and family today at the White House, and momentarily heading over to Capitol Hill. If you're just joining us now, I'd like to share that proclamation, as I have been this morning with everyone here at Right Side Broadcasting Network, because it's an amazing Irish American Heritage Month proclamation signed by President Trump on March 6th, just last week. And it says, Irish Americans have played a crucial role in our great American story, courageously overcoming adversity and hardship to embolden our culture, enliven our spirit, and fortify our way of life. This Irish American Heritage Month, we commemorate the special bond of friendship between the United States and Ireland. Today we honor extraordinary contributions of the Irish American citizens past and present. During the 19th and 20th centuries, millions of Irish immigrants departed the rolling countryside of the Emerald Isle for bustling cities of Chicago, Boston, and New York, leaving behind their homeland and embarking on a daring mission and journey across the Atlantic in order to make their lives better in hopes of a new frontier opportunity to better their future for their families. Since then, Irish Americans have fought for our freedom on the battlefield, served in our halls of government, and pioneered legendary businesses, leaving a lasting mark on their communities and national identity. The United States and Ireland also enjoy a long friendship strengthened by economic ties and shared commitments to the values of democracy and faith, family, and freedom. As my administration works to correct trade imbalances with the European Union, our historic relationship with Ireland presents an opportunity to advance fairer trade policies and opportunities of investment that benefit both nations. To this day, Irish Americans are known as some of the toughest, most driven, and most devoted people on the face of the earth. Their faith in God, love of family, and indelible commitment to our national promise continue to inspire citizens all across our country. So this month, Irish American Heritage Month of March, we salute the undying resilience and resolve of the Irish American community, pay tribute to their tremendous achievements, and pledge to forge a future that strengthens our shared values, deepens our traditions, and restores America as one glorious nation under God. So now, therefore, I, Donald John Trump, President of the United States of America, hereby declare March 2025 Irish American Heritage Month, and this is by the virtue and authority vested in me by the Constitution and the laws of the United States of America, signed by President Donald J. Trump on March 6th of 2025. So an exciting time to celebrate our heritage here in the United States and our shared values with the Republic of Ireland. Stick with us. I'm Robert McNeely here, Right Side Broadcasting Network Live, going to a quick commercial break, but be with us on the other side. We'll be back with you momentarily.
Welcome to Right Side Broadcasting Network, your trusted conservative news outlet. At RSBN, we deliver the truth when the mainstream media falls short. Since 2015, we've proudly broadcasted every single one of President Trump's iconic MAGA rallies, bringing you the excitement and energy live before anyone else. By watching RSBN, you get an unfiltered front row view of the action on the ground. We interview the crowds to give a voice to millions of Americans just like you. We show you President Trump's speeches in their entirety, free from interruptions and censorship. We cover the stories that matter to you with the integrity and passion you deserve. Thank you for choosing RSBN as your home for America First News. Together, we stand strong, united, and informed. So join us and be part of the right side of history.
Hey y'all, it's Silk from the Diamond and Silk